the train. I'm listening to my own, obviously. So, for people who don't know, I make the audio tracks for the videos myself. So I'm listening to everything I made for the past week, over 7 tracks. The news is Jake has arrived. I don't know where, but we'll find him.
Good dude.
I'm not too bad, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks.
So, just grabbed a coffee. I'm just doing face tracking. It's not. Have you ever come across some weird shit when you've climbed in caves and stuff?
Oh yeah, good yeah. The sort of street graffiti type thing, like people like carving the names onto the rock. You know?
Right.
Especially if it's limestone. Yeah, so I was basically at this place called Biblin's Cave. It's basically like it's this like kind of hardcore grind. There's a lot of like sort of hard climbing there, anywhere from V6 to V14. It's like really tricky. And then this girl was doing a route called Pop for Top. She was using like her heels on this 90-degree overhang, right?
Yeah.
And she fell, and obviously she put her hand out, and the arm went backwards like this. But being climbered, there was this geezer to my right. He was like a proper stoner. So he was like this. He turned around like this. This guy, do you need some weed, dude? And she was like out of it because her arm was backwards, obviously. You know, but we had to help her out because it was like a 40 minute walk to where this cave was.
On top of that as well.
Yeah, so she was like hanging, you know.
Take a hit of this.
Yeah, it's just a rando dude, but that's climbing for you though, man. You get a lot of that. Cool, man. Got 3. Hopefully we'll be alright. They're not as nice as the ones that you've used indoors, for example. They're a little bit more thin, a little less.
A little bit more hard hitting.
A little bit more hard hitting, but they're meant to be. But they're in the process of being worn in at the minute. Yeah, they're pretty new, but. Yeah, this is what kind of bouldering is. It's just hauling loads of mats everywhere, you know. But it's pretty cool. You get used to it over time.
Yeah, I'm surprised you can see. Oh my! Careful, mate. Careful.
Hello, doggo.
They're very friendly.
Just very active.
We're going to start nice and chill, and then follow me, dude. I believe a lot of this is sandstone as well.
Oh.
So we're going to do some stuff in between that lot there. Not to the top, you don't need to go to the top.
Okay.
You kind of like drop off halfway up, if that makes sense.
Okay.
It's not worth me getting injured at this point, if that makes sense. Like, it's why I don't boulder as much as I rope climb, because I don't want to have impact on my body. Bouldering's a bit like training for me, if that makes sense. A bit of fun training, and then rope climbing's where I kind of push it, really. Some people find rope climbing more scary because you can fall quite far. It's generally quite a lot safer, really, because you're not actually hitting anything, theoretically. I have taken a 15-metre fall once, so, which wasn't good. Basically, I was on like a 90-degree overhang, about 20 metres of vert afterwards. So if you think my belayer couldn't see me, I fell, and they thought I was clipping the top chain, so they passed out some slack, and I fell quite far. But it's all right, you know. It's basically like a bit like bungee in a sense. The ropes stretch, so it's, you know, it's perfectly safe. Other than the fact like your heart's in your mouth type of thing, you know. It was an excellent belayer. As soon as he spotted me over that 90-degree overhang, as soon as he seen me, he caught me instantly. He figured out something was wrong and he got me. Which is a huge thing in climbing, is that trust thing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I've worked with some like dodgy climbers, bro, and you just don't want to belaying you. You are literally holding each other's life in your hands, obviously. But you don't think about it when you're climbing for a long time. Like if you've got a buddy, it's just like, you got me. It's like, yeah, and that's all you need, you know. Just double checking, it's kind of like with sandstone, you've got to be careful. The top layer's solid and then underneath really soft. So it's like a bit of a thing in climbing that if you kind of break that top layer, it's really frowned upon because it stops people from being able to climb on it later on, because it just ends up wearing away as you're grabbing it. Cool. That's pretty chill. It's still like, it's a little bit techie. This one's broken. Yeah, see what I mean? See what I was saying about like it going sandy? Like, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't really want to climb on this because it's going to break it further. Can you hear a load of bees?
Yep.
Where are they? To clarify, like these holds here are really good. So like that one there is really nice. Like you can slot into that and it's quite good. 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 No, yeah? Yeah? Nice man, go on. That's it. It's going to feel a bit crap. You get used to placing your foot on small things. Maybe try that one. Good. That's it, man. Nice. And it's literally, you just got to trust yourself to then go higher. I'm going to move these mats. You're doing well. Bring your right foot into that on your tiptoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit further across. Good, good. And then you're going to basically trust that foot. Well done, indeed. Really good. You good?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty.
I don't know where.
You was almost there. How was that though?
Easy, but not easy.
Yeah.
Like, as long as you've got the right holds,
Yeah.
it's actually really nice.
Yeah. Spot on.
It's actually not as bad as I thought.
So see this hold here?
Yeah.
Right? Now if I grab that here, this is quite a nice hold, but I'm giving you an example.
Yeah.
If I was to try and pull this down like that, it's going to feel quite crap.
Right.
Yeah. But as soon as I come from this angle,
You got your body weight that
it's super positive.
This is where we'll be climbing, on top of this roof.
I'm Jake Brunn. I'm 21, literally going to be 22 in like a week, so living Ludlow, Clee Hill, basically.
So what have you other interests other than this current hobby?
Oh, right, snowboarding, motocross, cinematography to a certain degree, photography. I do make beats as well on Ableton and stuff. Yeah, I don't know, I kind of did everything. Like I did parkour, I did skating. I was a martial artist for 10 years as well as a first dan black belt. I actually did really well with that. I went over to Europe, I was come third in the European Championships and I was national champion as well. And I had to let all that go because my knees were getting shot from it. So I was like, right, well, I want to get back to being at the top end of a sport. What sports do I have the best chance of doing that with? So I was like, right, climbing. So basically jacked a lot of the other sports in that I did just to do climbing. And here we are, really. I wasn't like massively into climbing before the age of 16, like I did it. But it was I kind of went through plateaus quicker than I should have been. You know, I got to 8A within about 2 years of hard training, which is like going from about 6A indoors, which is generally unheard of. That's kind of like bouldering wise, that's kind of like going from like V0 to V8 within like a year and a half or something like that. It's, you know, pretty hard. I do snowboard still. Like that's my one voice, you know.
How often do you go?
As much as I can, but it's kind of that little like balance now. It's like, do I want to do a 360 off this and break a leg? Whatever it is, if you want to get really good at it, you kind of get really worried about injury at that point because it sets you back a lot. And with climbing, it really sets you back because basically your forearms will start to be less efficient just if you don't climb for 4 weeks. And then after that point, it starts to like drastically go downhill with regards to your strength and endurance. Right. If I get injured, you know, it's really bad news. I'm a little bit more chilled out with a lot of it these days, but. Your body weight close. Good. Now I will. Good. Good. And then bring your left foot into where your right foot was. Get it in there. Nice, dude. Yeah. Good. Nice. Yeah. And you're going to balance over that foot and you're going to bring your right. Should be a decent hold. Good.
That's right.
Nice. There we go.
Fuck. No. I had my hand on it. Mate, near the top.
Yeah.
It looks like there's so many places where you can put your hands, but they're so like slanted.
Yeah.
It's fucking hard to grip.
Yeah. That's quite a nice hold. Yes, this is the official route. So you're starting here, on there, like that. Now I said that one's pretty good, but
You got a height advantage for that.
I'll do a little bit. But there's loads of bits and bobs here. That one's okay actually. That's a jug. That's awesome. We call big holds jugs in climbing. I don't know whether you know that. Then you're going back up to this stuff that you was at before. This one here, it's a little bit slimy, but if you bring your finger all the way to the end, like that side, you can kind of lip it and then get the thumb in there, which gives you good grip, and then you've got, but that's pretty good. Like there, yeah. Tap, you're done. Thanks, man. Like the hardest routes in the world, where obviously the holes that are there are the only holes you've got, if that makes sense. People start to climb those quite similar to, as we call it, or the way to do the route. See? Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? And progress your feet now, dude. Oh. Right, where was that?
By the looks of it, but... Oh. No, it'll be... Nice.
That'll do. Cool. Oh. Yeah, twatted my toe. Oh, sorry. That's doable though, 100%. 100%. Your toes already like that, and then you go,
Yeah.
oh.
Come on.
Make that a sick. See my face when I caught it?
From there. Don't know.
Yeah, that's me for reference. 6'2". So, yeah.
What drives someone to push their limits?
No, for me personally, I'm just a bit OCD with it. Like, I just think if I was to, it sounds a bit deep, but I think of myself when I'm older and going, did I use my time correctly? If that makes sense. I can't be 60 years old, 70, 80, and then going, I was at 21, I didn't push myself as hard as I could, and I lost opportunities. Do you know what I mean? Lost opportunity really annoys me. I always feel, this is from a martial arts background, I felt like I had to train double the amount of the next person that was with me, because if I didn't, then like by the time competition came around, they'd do better than me. But that's me for kind of life. Do you know what I mean? Like if I don't get to my goals, what's the point? You know. I want to feel like I at least tried my hardest, do you know what I mean? There's always a reason not to get to where you want to get to. You're most real when you're trying your hardest. If I don't train over a week, I get to the weekend and I get really frustrated for myself. Are we filming, are we? Wicked spot, perma-dry, dry all year round. It's really cool, it's really, really cool. It's my like training ground. Just because like this route here, you start there, you traverse across to here, and then you work your way up to that ledge. It's like V6, 7-ish, something like that. Yeah, it's my pinch block. It's a bit weird because it'll hang it off this thing, which makes you feel a little bit weird because you don't want to pull this down with it. So you've got like different edges, like 38mm, 20, 15, and you're just kind of trying to work the forearms really. Most people put these on like a sling so they don't stretch. But I kind of, myself, I like to use like a band because you get like the full range of movement, a bit like you would on a wall. Because naturally, dude, like I'm really bad at warming up, and that's why I was injured for so long, because I just didn't warm up and then something went bang.
Kind of like a...
Yeah, that's it. It's just literally like if you were to do like a row or something, yeah? And then once that's feeling a bit better, then move it down to that one, yeah. Spot on. Cool, dude.
just for context, this little metal thing actually goes through the rocks into the actual other main.
To this cliff face here, lower bit.
Which basically makes
it reasonably safe.
Reasonably.
It's more safe than it was.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't talked this through, have I? My knee pad. So that gives you like extra friction on your knee. 1, 2, 3. Well, yeah. I've done it before, like back in the day. Retro flash, if you like. That's what people call it if you've like done it a while ago. But cool. I'm gonna do the extension into it now.
Why do you climb, and what does climbing mean to you?
I love it, to be honest with you, and I love the challenge of it. I never just climb for fun, but I always enjoyed looking at stuff that looked impossible to me, and then eventually ended up doing it. So for me, that was what I really enjoyed, like the projecting side of stuff. Quite happy spending 5-6 week blocks on one route, for example, which you originally grab onto, you go, bloody hell, not a chance I'm doing that. And then you work out all the subtleties of it, and then eventually something clicks and you do it, and it's just, it feels great. It feels really, really good. Especially if you're trying hard as well, because you're only thinking about them per move, you know. It's a bit like chess, you know. You kind of get to that point where when you get good at it, you're thinking 4 moves ahead, you know, and it's that kind of switch off where you're just purely thinking about what you're doing, which is kind of why climbing's so awesome, really, you know. But to be honest with you, what's mostly going through my head is like, you messed up there, because you want to hold everything basically as lightly as you can to where you don't let go of it, but also you're not using too much energy on it. So, which seems really easy to do, but it's not. It takes years to figure out, because it's just holding everything just enough to where you don't let go, but not enough to where you start building up lactic acid and you end up falling off later on. So it can be a real, like, it messes up with your brain, dude, seriously. Cool going. That was sick. Hey, that went like first, like second go, was it?
Favourite climb that you've ever done?
Favourite climb that I've ever done? That's hard, man, because it's like...
Only one. You can only pick one. Your favourite route of all time?
It's got a bad name. It's a route that Magnus climbed, and it's a route that I believe Sharma put up. Ne pas touche à ma bite. I've butchered the French there, but it's basically don't touch my dick in French. It's an 8A plus in Greece. It's about 35 metres tall, but the start is 15 metres of vertical climbing, followed by the rest of it's basically a traverse, which is really unique for climbing. Big limestone overhang, these huge sort of stalactites. You're 15 metres up and you're hanging upside down by your knees for 10 minutes just to try and get your forearms to recover, and then you continue after that. Big old, dyno, right? It's when you do a jump on a wall. Yeah. It's a big dyno in the middle of it, and it's really cool because you're at that sort of, we call it a knee bar, where you're hanging upside down or you're hanging off your knee and recovering your forearms. You're in your head going, I need to hold this just long enough to where I have the energy to do that last jump, because the worst move was literally about 2 metres from the top. But mate, it's absolutely mint. Really, really good. Probably one of the hardest things I've done. It's the hardest thing I've done since my injury, which I haven't told you about, but I've been out of climbing for 2 years due to overtraining. Right. So I've only just come back, really. Climbing over the past sort of 9 months, if that makes sense. But if you think you've built up 5 years worth of strength and endurance, and you lose it all.
How'd you... Nope. Nope. I can't reach there, no way.
Good. Nice. Go on. Relax. Yeah?
Okay.
Don't judge that form.
No, you're good.
That's the...
Ah, no!
Keep it going, don't worry. Sorry about that,
I don't give a shit, that counts. Climbing hero.
Sharma is the obvious choice. He was the world's best climber. Still probably is. He's up there, dude. It's just a legend, man. He's such a cool, chilled out dude. He's easily done the hardest stuff on deep water solo. You heard of that? Nope. It's where you know, like how Alex Honnold climbs without ropes. Yep. You do that above the ocean, so you've always got that safety net of falling in the water. However, the stuff that he's done is like 30-40 metres tall. So, you know, if you smack the water 90 degrees sort of on your tummy, you're probably gonna know about it. So at the time, he put a route called La Dora Dora, which was originally the world's hardest route back in, I think it was around 2008, but don't quote me on that. He invited an upcoming climber called Adam Ondra, which you've probably heard of. Yes. And Adam managed to climb it before him. Now, normally, most climbers are kind of a bit weird about inviting people to their projects, because if you've put the route up, you can actually say it's a closed project where nobody else is allowed to climb it until you've done it. But he never did that. He always used to bring upcoming climbers to come and try with him. So he kind of passed the torch to Adam Ondra, and that was the flipping point from where Sharma went from the world's best climber to Adam Ondra. He then did the route, I think, 2 weeks later, so he still managed the route, but the point was made to the world, really, that Adam Ondra had done it a lot quicker than him. So he kind of passed the torch, really, with regards to the world's best outdoor climber. But I think that shows what he's like as a character, like just a solid bloke, you know.
Best climbing snack, even if that's a thing. Drink or slash snack.
KFC, Monster Energy and Chippies. No, joking. With regards to snacks, if I'm outside, it'll be probably like a trail mix. Calorically dense and it's light. You know, you can chuck it in your backpack. It's not taking up a huge amount of space, but it's also like 800, 1,000 calories in a little bag. Because you can burn up to 1,000 calories an hour climbing, believe it or not. So, and a chocolate bar.
Back in the car, transition, because as you can tell, it is starting to rain, whilst Jake puts in some water into thy car. No, good.
That's all good. I
Thank
need
you.
a little bit.
You only needed a little bit. Hear it yourselves.